God got his identity from him. God's known as the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But here's one of the great patriarchs, the legend of Hebrew history. And one particular hour of his life was what the poet called sorrow's crown of sorrow. They came back from Egypt with a load of corn, and they were still in the dark as to all the circumstances. And they said, we can't go back till the baby boy Benjamin goes. And Jacob, who was an old man, he broke down and he said, Joseph is not. Simeon is not. And now you're going to take Benjamin? He said, all these things are against me. You don't have all the evidence. Sometimes we say things are not when they are more than they've ever been. What do you mean? Joseph is not. What you don't know is he's prime minister. What do you mean Simeon is not? He's in the care of a loving brother. What do you mean Benjamin will be not when that brother wants to give him 5 portions above everybody else? I mean, you're just going by what your eyes can see and not what your faith can discern. I've come to tell you, it may look like your world is caving in, but God is still in control. God, if you'll just get out of the driver's seat, you said, well, God's my co-pilot. There's one driver too many. All these things are against me. We've all traveled that road when there were reverses in life and our goals were not reached and our air castles melted and the tide came in and destroyed our sand castles. And our ambitions crumble like ashes at our feet, and marital relationships fall apart, and things aren't working out on the job, and there's financial dilemmas and health issues, and one thing follows another. We think, well, my God, I've got that. You know, there's some days when my greatest challenge has been just to get through it. You ever been there? When it looked like the world was caving in. And what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? Well, let me give you a few words of biblical advice. First of all, what do we do when all these things are against us? You know, there's some people that'll climb a mountain peak without stopping on their road to hell, but they'll stumble over a little feather that happens to be on the pathway to heaven. Persistence breaks resistance. There's times when you just keep moving on. And you don't listen to the temporal voices or look at the contemporary evidence. You recognize that there's times when it will appear that life will be against us. This is not the sweet by and by. This is the nasty now and now. And the only way you will ever know that all hell cannot prevail against you is for all hell to break out against you. But when it's through, you're still standing. Then you can say, I know it. I don't just sing it or I preach it, but I know it. I've got some scriptures in my Bible with the letters TP by them. TP. You know what that means? Tried and proven. God gives us opportunity not just to hear things preached, but to try and prove ourselves. Jacob was old.